back at 6:13 on this Tuesday morning. Dueling demonstrations brought out hundreds of people to the headquarters of the BC Teachers Federation in Vancouver. People showed both support and opposition for a new gender-inclusive program in local schools. Tom Walsh has more.
When it comes to teaching our kids about the right values in school, who should be calling the shots? Parents or teachers? It's a heated debate, one in which is bringing protesters out on both sides of the street. Hundreds gathered in Vancouver and Victoria over LGBTQ+ curriculums in BC schools. A group called Culture Guard organised the demonstration outside the British Columbia Teachers Federation against SOGI 123 being taught in classrooms.
You don't mess with the kids. Enough is enough. The children belong to their parents, not to the unions and not to a political agenda. And this is a political agenda.
In response, pro-LGBTQ+ activists also turned out in support of the curriculum, as well as the teachers who implement it.
It's important that I'm here, that we're all here as parents, as members of the community at large, to support LGBT youth, and especially to our educators that are being called some pretty horrible things lately.
In 2016, the governments of BC and Alberta directed school districts to include sexual orientation and gender identity, SOGI, into their curriculums. The aim of which is to create an inclusive learning environment no matter how you identify as, something Culture Guard is not okay with.
I think the curriculum for SOGI 123, it's not even the language, it's the whole intent. It's telling little 5-year-old boys that they don't have to be boys. It's telling girls that they don't have to be a girl if they don't want to. Eradicating the terms mother and father from the language of the classroom. Why are we lying to children? Every child has a mother and father, regardless of whom they're living with.
Opponents of the curriculum say they have nothing against LGBTQ+ individuals, they just don't want it taught in their classrooms. But for those with kids who identify differently from their peers, it's about creating a safe and inclusive learning environment.
So, I'm a father of a transgender son, and I just want my son to be acknowledged as normal and accepted in schools and be treated as everybody else would be.
If we just have this information provided for people at schools, they won't have to go through so many struggles. They don't have to be afraid. They don't have to go through what I had to go through to be able to accept myself and understand who I am.
In Vancouver, Tom Walsh, City News.